All right, welcome back to another high performance leadership mind tool, and we are focusing on aha moments. If you've already purchased your HPL journal, shout out to you, awesome. If you have not, please click the link below. You'll be transferred to our website or to even Amazon, and you can make a purchase there as well. But why aha moments? What makes aha moments so critical for you and your team's evolution and development? Keeping it very simple, in most cases, the average person, leader, executive struggles to identify signal and noise, specifically around what is actually moving their company forward. They fail or struggle to identify success when success is happening in live time. And honestly, for most of us, in most situations, success takes place in our mind first in the form of a paradigm shift. It's when you gain more awareness. It's when you have a shift in your understanding, in your perspective, and how you view things. That's actually success. It's the seeds of success, because naturally, as you view life different, you will take your frameworks and what you've learned thus far, your intellect, your IQ, and you'll apply it slightly different. And as you apply it slightly different, you'll get a different outcome. And that outcome will typically be better than the one before, because you can see more, you can make better decisions, and naturally you'll have better outcomes. But it started with you just seeing life from a different lens. It started with an aha moment. And that's what makes this particular mind tool so powerful and why we enjoy it so much. So as it states here, this tool is designed to help you acknowledge your breakthroughs, right? While simultaneously reminding others of things that they might have forgotten about. Why? Because every person's mind is fickle. This is just the human condition. There's nothing we can do about that part. We can only improve on it through accountability. Then it holds you accountable to take action, right? And so that's what now you probably have some form of this broken down inside of your project management tool that you utilize, or whatever software you're currently using, or maybe it's just a part of your team processes. And if so, great. This should only be building on what it is you already have in place. And if not, then awesome. Now you know where to focus your attention, right? So when it comes to these aha moments, all we want to do is focus our mind on these breakthrough insights right here, okay? Top 5 breakthroughs or insights that you've gathered, say, over the last 90 days. Typically, when you're doing one of these, you want to use a 90-day time frame or a 12-week time frame, okay? That's typically the furthest out, not just the average person, but your team can see. And so it helps them to be grounded in what they're doing, and you know that there's a chance that we'll actually get traction in it, right? So top 5 breakthroughs or insights. Again, this is all past tense. So this is a form of reflection at this point, right? You're going to write down those 5 things. You'll bring them up in a meeting or whenever it is you might speak. Talk about these issues, whether it's on a weekly, quarterly, monthly basis. Maybe you have quarterly executive leadership meetings, conferences or retreats or whatever the case. That would be a great time to bring these items up in your meeting. Okay, so then we go on and it says, what are the top 3 action items to put these breakthroughs or insights into motion, right? And then once we get through that, then the next one is, hey, what are 2 connections you gained today? What are 2 connections I gained today that can help me? Or it says today, but again, this can be over the last month. This can be over the quarter. It can be, make this your own, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be boxed into today, although naturally it's still a great question in and of itself. So, and then the third here is, what words can help you get back to your current action state of mind? This will look more like an ism, right? Your company, your organizations, you as a leader, or your leader, your superiors have isms that they utilize to help create the culture within your organization. That's exactly what we're talking about here, okay? What are the isms that you can apply. An example in the industry of coaching, and we got this from McKinsey, but we say always be messy. Always be messy. Always be messy. Messy stands for mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive. Okay? We want to do that in everything that we write, and this is how we communicate. All right? So in this particular frame, I'm obviously dealing with some insight that has came by way of our communications, whether it be internal or external, whether it be marketing, whether it be our sales pipeline, whether it be administration, right? It doesn't matter. Always be messy in everything that we're communicating, in our detail. Make sure that we're mutually exclusive. That means we don't overlap details, or we don't use multiple examples talking about the same thing, that they wouldn't be mutually exclusive, right? And collectively exhaustive. That means that we have, for the most, gathered all of the details, usually between 2 and 5 items. 3 is the magic number for human mind, but between 2 and 5 items, this is collectively exhaustive. There isn't anything else that has not been brought to the forefront, whether it be a problem or a solution. So this is how we get back to, this is a word, messy, that can help us get back to our current state of mind, action state of mind. That's just an example, but you probably have your own, okay? And so this then helps us to double down on what it is that we already know we should be doing. Now, let's build on this a little bit more, right? So the last question says, what pain will you feel if you don't take action? Right? In most cases, this is just how humans are, right? We move fastest when we know that there is some degree of consequence, negative consequence, that we may have to deal with. And so that's what makes this question here so important for us. What pain will you feel if you do not take action, right? And so sit in that for some time. And again, as always, please download this, use these tools in your meetings, use these tools to come up with creative problem solving, or just help yourself to brainstorm among your team or among your C-suite, whatever the case may be. So that's this mind tool. I hope that it is awesome. Again, we just talked about aha moments, and the real essential reason for this mind tool is because you get to track success in live time. So excited for you to hear your results from this one right here. Thanks again so much. This is another mind tool from the High Performance Leadership Journey. You can click the link below to purchase your copy, and I'll see you in another mind tool pretty soon, I'm sure. Fix your crown. Rule the day.